All right. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Raider Nation, let's get it, man. The Raiders win today. It feels good to finally get a win. It's been a couple of weeks since we got a W, but you know what? We'll take it any way we can, man. Just win, baby, man. We took this W, man. So I'm gonna let everybody come in right now. Let me know if I'm sounding okay, if the mic is good, if the camera is good, if I'm not lagging. Let me know down in the chat below. I see you guys up in the chat right now. I see James up in here. I see D, Daniel. I see Miguel. I see Evan. I see Nick, Jeff, Brian up in here. Let's get it. Let's get it. We took this W. We barely took this W, but we took a W. At the end of the day, man, just win, baby. I'm never gonna complain about a W. It was closer than it should have been, for sure. This game was much closer than it should have been. And man, this offense. I'm telling you, man, the offensive side of the ball needs to do much better. But you know what? At the end of the day, we took that W. I mean, there was a lot of flaws in this game. We already knew that the Browns were going to be out, 18, 19 players? I don't know. They got a couple of players back on the defensive side of the ball. But at the end of the day, we still took that W. Even without Nate Hobbs out there, our defense, I got to give some credit out to our defense. Our defense balled out today. They forced three and outs, like 6 3 and outs today, and they were holding it down. Nick Chubb got into the end zone one time today, had 91 yards total. But for the most part, if you watch this game, our defense really shut down their run game for the most part. They did come back at the end of the game, scored another touchdown to go up, and we almost lost this game because our quarterback threw an interception. But you know what? Who came through? The defense came through, gave our offense another chance, and that's what we missed these past couple of years on the defense side of the ball, was a defense that could at least give our offense another chance to go out there and score points. And man, even with a huge penalty that Colton Miller had, we still were able to drive down the field. Foster Moreau got the ball. Zay Jones was able to catch some clutch balls as well. And I know everybody's been talking shit about Zay Jones, and I know he's not a number one receiver, but he went out there and handled business as well, man. Shout out to my guy, Jay Leno, Raidernation, up in the chat, man, for the $2 donation. Let's get it. Let's go. He says, go Raiders. Let's go. Shout out to my guy, JB, 5150 for the $4.99 donation. Let's get it. He says, your honest opinion on Carr. Blessings, brother, to you and your family. Again, JB, thank you for the $4.99 donation. On Carr, he's got to do better. He's got to do better out there. Not only Carr, but this whole offense has got to do better. The wide receivers has got to do better, because there was a lot of break hands out there. Foster Moreau was dropping balls. Brian Edwards was dropping balls. Zay Jones was dropping balls. Everybody. Well, it was just not... I feel like the offense was our weak link today, and I don't think anybody could disagree with that, but we still were able to drive down the field and get the job done. I'm not mad about winning this game. I mean, some people will be. I honestly feel like this offense is going to be our Achilles heel. It definitely is, and I know it's because a lot of weapons went down and whatnot, but we still should be able to put points on the board on a Browns team that really doesn't have many people on the roster right now. And the fact that our defense... Our defense forced 7 3 and outs today, I believe so, and we were only able to put up 10 points. We were only able to put together 1 touchdown and 10 points throughout the whole game until the fourth quarter came around. So, and red zone offense has got to be better as well. I'm just happy that we came away with this W at the end of the day. Now, starting off this game, I got to give a huge shout out to Jonathan Abram, because Jonathan Abram was all over on the field, and especially in the backfield on the opposing team. And he was there. He was shutting down Nick Chubb for the most part. Had 9 total tackles in this game. KJ Wright had a game-saving touchdown as well, man, from Nick Chubb. He had 8 total tackles. Derek Carr's performance today wasn't the greatest. It wasn't the worst either, and I understand that a lot of his wide receivers did miss up. A lot of his wide receivers did drop a lot of balls as well. Foster Moreau had brick hands in the first half. I don't know why, and as much as I like Foster Moreau, he's got to be better. Hunter Renfrow was dropping punts as well, man. And I was like, man, at a point, like, we got to take him out the game. But Derek Carr was 25 for 38, 236 yards, had a touchdown, and one dumbass interception. I feel like it was that one interception at the end of the game when we were going to drive down the field. Luckily enough, our defense came through for to give the ball back to us. But I don't understand if you're trying to go down the field. Why are you going to try to take a shot down the field, especially if you got two guys on the receiver? And it was a huge mistake. I mean, Greedy Williams ended up getting the interception. I thought the game was going to be over, but we had another chance, and Derek Carr did his job. Derek Carr came up in clutch, drove down the field, gave Daniel Carlson a chance to kick a field goal, and Daniel Carlson made the most of his money because, man, if he was to miss that, our hopes and dreams of making it into the postseason was over. So right now, Raider Nation, we are 7-7. Still have a chance. We still have a chance to make the playoffs. We got to win out. We definitely got to win out right now. Who do we have left? We have the it's gonna be a real tough one as well. We got the Broncos, I believe so, the Colts, and then the LA Chargers. And man, if we were to some way get into the playoffs, it'd be crazy. It'd definitely be crazy. So shout out to everybody again that's in the chat. Josh Jacobs was the guy that I said that should carry this team, and we were going to win off his back. But watching the game today, it wasn't really a rainy day. It was still windy and cold. But I guess if we were to play on Saturday, I heard that the weather was all bad. But today's weather was actually pretty good. And Nick Mullins had to throw the ball today, and our defense did a great job containing him for the most part. They gave up a touchdown in the end of the game, but I would just say for the most part they came through. Nick Chubb was struggling in the first half of the game. He started coming into his own in the second half. So I would say our defense really did show up today for the most part. I would say that. Josh Jacobs had 15 carries for 52 yards. Really, as much as I wanted him to ball out today, Jacobs is not that guy. I don't know, man. He still hasn't shown to be that guy. Peyton Barber looked a little bit better than him, 5 for 34, and his longest run was 19 yards. Derek Carr tried to run the ball. It was kind of funny. He tried to jump his way in, didn't really go anywhere. We seen Marcus Mariota in there a few times, didn't really do much, but just seeing Marcus in there, it really opens up the plays for Josh Jacobs, having another runner, especially at the quarterback position. Zay Jones was our leading receiver with 6 for 67. Foster Moreau was 7 for 65. Josh Jacobs was 3 for 42. Hunter Renfrow was the fourth leading receiver, which surprisingly to me, I thought he was going to be the number one, but I guess the Browns were doubling in on him and was making sure that he wasn't going to pop off against us. And Derek Carr had a fumble in his game by, guess who? Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, a guy that I really wanted in the draft. And man, I'm going to still say that to this day because I feel like we should have got him in the first round instead of Alex Leatherwood. He's a playmaker on the defensive side of the ball, man. But yeah, Hunter Renfrow fumbled twice. Derek Carr fumbled twice. But we only lost one of those, so that's a good sign. That's a good sign overall. Let me see. What was our third down conversions? Because I don't think our third down conversions was really that good. You know what? We were tied with the Browns then. We were 6 of 13. They were 6 for 14. So I guess it wasn't too bad today. They weren't too bad today. For the most part, we just won. We took care of business and we took this W. So let me know down in the chat if you guys are happy about this win or are you guys mad about this win. Okay, I see. Juan says, Simone Raider, I know you see this. What about trade-in value? What about the trade-in value now? Get it while it's hot. Are you talking about Derek Carr, my guy? I don't know, man. We'll see. I ain't going to get too much into that. I'll just call it I'll call it how it is, man. Fabian says a win is a win. I'll take any win, man. Al Davis said it best. Just win, baby. I'll take the beautiful wins and the ugly ass wins. As long as we win, that's all that matters, right? That's all that matters. Dragon Ball Z says ugly fumble too. Derek Carr is trash. He's not trash. I know that he could be better though. That's for sure. Raw Sports says, let's be honest. Renfrow is our only solid wide receiver. Now he is getting double teamed. Edwards is a good red zone target where no separation is needed. Oh, Zay Jones is way too streaky and very streaky deep. True. Zay Jones is not a number one wide receiver, and I'm not expecting him to be that guy. I know we still don't have weapons out there. But Brian Edwards, even though he's basically a bum out there for the most part. He came away with a huge touchdown, a nice ass touchdown, and Derek Carr put it perfectly. A back shoulder pass in the end zone. I loved it, man. And it reminded me so much of those Michael Crabtree days when Derek Carr would just heave that ball up into the end zone, a nice fade route, and Michael Crabtree would come down with it 90% of the time. Man, I miss them days for reals, man. Those Amari Cooper and the Michael Crabtree days. Sheesh, especially seeing the wide receivers we have on the roster right now, it's kind of tough. It's definitely tough right now. Just win, baby. Yeah, you know it, man. You know it. We won today, man. Raider Jimmy C. Yeah, I see you, Henry. Yeah, just win, baby. Still not good enough. MK 1980, bro. You know what? I don't want to think too much about that, but you do have a point here. I don't think. Oh shoot. Okay, hold up. Damn, I got a couple of super chats I didn't even get to. Okay, real quick. You do got a point. MK does have a point though. Our defense today really held it down, and for as many times as they what do you call it? Stopped the Browns offense. Our offense should have been able to put more points on the board. We were only able to put one touchdown on the board, and Daniel Carlson basically handled it from there. We definitely got to be much better, man. Any other team that we play that's a full team, we're going to struggle against. I mean, I'll take this W, but this team is going to struggle for sure. This team definitely going to struggle with these next coming games. I mean, the Colts, they have Jonathan Taylor, who is probably going to be the MVP of this year, the number one running back right now, and you know we struggle against the run. And I feel like today it was a little bit easier on our defense because we really just had to hone in on Nick Chubb for the most part until later on in the game and just stop him. So we'll see how they do later on for the next couple of weeks. It's going to be tough. We got the Broncos next week. I feel like we could still take that W. The Colts, I feel like the Colts game is going to be the toughest game. And if we could win that game for sure, I feel like our chances going to the playoffs is really high because I'm going to be at that Chargers game, and that game might come down to the wire. So let me get into this. Shout out to Ernesto real quick. He's a new subscriber to the channel, man. Welcome to the Samoan Raider, the Uso Penitentiary. You know what I mean? No, I'm just fucking with y'all. Shout out to my guy JB5150 for the 199 super chat. Let's go. He says, "What's the update on Abram's injury?" Yeah, I seen that Abram went out. Let me pull up my phone and look at my boy Raider Scout on Instagram. If y'all not following him, go follow him, man. He always coming up with the updates, and I'm always looking at his shit though. Let's see. Let's see if there's any updates on Jonathan Abram. Jonathan Abram had a shoulder. It was questionable, out for the rest of the game. But from going on from now, I don't know what the injury is going to be like. But we'll see at the press conference if Rich Bisaccia has anything to say about that moving forward. But thank you for the donation, though. Shout out to Razor Rowley for the 5 piece. Let's go. My neck and my back. He says, "It's still a loss in my book. Barely won a game against a depleted team and a third-string quarterback." Hey, all I see is the W on the board right now, and that's what I'm going to take right now. I'll take the W. But you're absolutely right. The same way MK said it as well, man. We need to be better. It's not going to look good if we keep playing like this. And like I said, the offense has got to step up. I don't know. I know people are still probably going to blame the defense for giving up, 14 points? 14 points today? 14 points today? And the offense, Derek Carr, the play calling has got to be better overall. Like, I don't understand, especially in the red zone. We had chances in their side of the field, and we still weren't able to put up multiple points. This should have been a blowout. We should have at least had 20-something points on the board, 30 points on the board with how many times our defense was forcing third and outs and whatnot. But like I said, moving forward, we got to be better. When we play against better teams that's not depleted and have a third-string quarterback, we definitely got to be better, because if we don't, we're definitely going to lose games. But thank you for the $5 donation. Shout out to Jose Aguilar for the 199 donation. Says, shout out to our quicker. No, I'm joking. Shout out to our kicker, Daniel Carlson. Man, we paid him the big bucks, and he came through today. Had about what? He had three field goals today and a game winner. Basically a game winner today. Kicked 2 straight game winners. Even when they tried to ice him, my boy Daniel Carlson came through. So shout out to Daniel Carlson. And thank you, my guy Jose, for the 199 donation. Shout out to Mulligan's World as well for the 199 super chat. My neck and my back. He says, Raiders just win, Baby, you already know the vibes, my guy, man. Hashtag my neck and my back. Hey, like I said, it's been tough to be excited about this team lately, especially these past couple of weeks and getting our asses handed to us last week against the Chiefs. But I'm just happy to get a win in our books right now, and we are 7-7. Still have a chance at the playoffs. It's a thin chance, but there's still a chance, right? There's still a chance. So with that being said, what else do I got? I didn't go over. Let's see. Moreau had a couple of drop catches. Barber looked good. Mariota came in a couple of times. Oh, man, we did a good job icing the kicker before the half. If you think about it, if they had that field goal at the half, we probably would have lost this game, man. We iced the Browns kicker, and they missed the field goal, and we went into halftime 10-0. And I shout out to them, man. Coming out the half, man. Deshaun Jackson, I don't know what the hell is going on with Deshaun Jackson, but this guy, man, I don't know, all the mistakes he's been making for us, I feel like he's made so many more drops than catches. I mean, he had a huge game against the Cowboys when we played them, but since then hasn't really been a factor. And I mean, what more can we ask out of Deshaun Jackson? He's an older wide receiver. I had hopes that he could be that guy to take over the Henry Ruggs role, and for the most part, he really isn't that guy. I mean, he could still make a play downfield, a touchdown play, but I feel like Henry Ruggs, man, was only scratching the surface, man. I really wish that we still had Henry Ruggs on this team, because I felt like the skies was the limit for this offense, and it probably took a huge toll on this offense. And even after we lost John Gruden, I still felt like this team would have still been okay to make it to the playoffs. But losing Henry Ruggs, I think, was the biggest blow to this offense for the most part. Shout out to my guy Jesse Taylor for the $1.99 donation, man.
My neck and my
He says,
back.
when the hell does Darren Waller come back? I don't know. I know a lot of people are putting rumors out there that he doesn't want to be back if Derek Carr's still the quarterback, but I call cap on that situation. I feel like a lot of people on here like to stir the pot a lot, and unless they heard Darren Waller say it, they're always going to say that they have reports or they got an insider on it or whatnot. But a lot of people can say that. I could say I have an insider that Marcus Mariota is going to be our starter next year, and it's just up to you guys to believe it or not. I'm just saying, like, I don't know the situation on Darren Waller. I hope he does come back soon. I thought that his injury wasn't going to be that serious, but I guess it is. But for the most part, I can't really speculate anything else, but just hoping that he could come back and help us get this playoff run going. Because I don't think Foster Moreau is the answer right now, because I thought Foster Moreau was that guy, but he ain't. He really ain't. He did come through with a couple of good catches today, but he ain't that guy. Okay, what we got up in here? George says no sacks today. Oh, we didn't get no sacks today. That's crazy. That is crazy. The California Poppy says Jackson is Amari Cooper 2.0. Nah, bro. Hell nah. Amari Cooper was way better than just Sean Jackson is right now, man. I'll still take Amari Cooper, even though I didn't really want him on the team at the end of his career, at the end of his Raiders career. Let's see. A win is a win. Raiders, yeah. Hey, Jordan, like I said, I'll take this win. Hey, a win is a win. I know some people are going to be happy about it. Some people are going to be mad about it. George says, our defense coughing up penalties in worst times. What are you talking about? Because I feel like our offense had a huge penalty at the end of the game that could have costed us, that holding penalty on Miller. I mean, we had a holding penalty, but it was already a touchdown, I believe so, when Nick Mullen found his tight end. So I wouldn't say that. I really wouldn't want to hear anybody talk shit about the defensive line, to be honest with you guys. Or I mean the defense, the whole defense as a team, because they really balled out today. They did their job today. That's all I gotta say. Our offense didn't. They didn't. But they did when we needed it to the most. I mean, our kicker did for the most part. So, yeah. Shout out to Mario Espinoza for the $5 donation. My neck and my back. He says it wasn't totally DC's fault. Wide receivers aren't open. Play calling has got to be better. Hashtag Raidernation for life. It isn't entirely DC's fault. That's why I didn't say it's all his fault. I said it's the offense's fault. The whole offense as a whole. The offense as a whole has got to be better. Play calling, wide receivers, Derek Carr, yada, yada, yada. It's the same story we've been talking about the past couple of weeks. So, yeah, it's the offense as a whole, but I thank you for your $5 donation. Shout out to Rhoda Tari for the 2000.
My neck and my back.
I don't know, the 2000 Huff? Well, I don't know what that is. Is that a different kind of currency? He says, thanks for these live streams, man. It's like a group therapy. It's like a group therapy for me after these damn games, bro. You and me both, man. Sometimes I don't want to come on here because sometimes I vent too much about this team and people would disagree with what I say or whatnot. But you know, at the end of the day, it's my channel, so you know, I tell you how I feel and you guys tell me how y'all feel. We could agree to disagree. But thank you for the donation. I appreciate it, man. Shout out to Jesse Taylor again for the $1.99 super chat. He says, what players from this team would you rebuild with? Ooh, that's a great question. I like it. I like that. Players, damn. Offensively, Hunter Renfro's definitely staying by. I would still want to keep Darren Waller. Damn. Derek Carr is kind of up in the air for me. I don't know. Defensively, we got a lot of weapons there, man. We got Divine Diablo, we got Malcolm Kuntz, we got Nate Hobbs, we still got Trayvon Merrick, and Jonathan Abram is a guy I'm kind of really fascinated with. Maybe trying to move him up to the linebacker position, but and still try to go out there and get a strong safety, because I feel like Jonathan Abram, you've seen it today, he's a sure tackler in the backfield, and he's quick. So I feel like I think he could transition to be a linebacker, somewhere around there, you know, something like that. I don't know, because I know his coverage ability is really trash, but for the most part, he's a sure tackler. So that's what I would do. And those are the players I would stick with. I'm actually going to be posting a Madden 21 video. A Madden 22 video on like the Raiders offseason and what I would do, like an offseason with Derek Carr, building the perfect team around Derek Carr during the offseason, and then building the perfect team without Derek Carr. You know, I'm going to be doing that probably like after the season, or maybe after this Broncos game that we have coming up pretty soon. Anthony Morales, thank you for the $1.99 donation, my guy.
My neck and my
back. He says nothing matters when Raiders win big. Hey, exactly. If we win, I ain't complaining. If we lose, I'm complaining. That's as simple as that, man. As simple as that. I remember last year when we beat the Jets off of that game-winning pass from Derek Carr to Henry Ruggs, and then I was excited. I was like, you know what? We won the game. Hey, I'm happy. But what do you call it? There was a lot of Raider fans saying, why are you happy about this? We played trash. We should have lost this game. But at the end of the day, we did it, man. We just won, baby, by any means, right? That's what Al Davis said. That's what we stick by. That's what we talk about. It don't matter. If we won the Super Bowl against the shittiest team, oh, well, we wouldn't play the Super Bowl with a shitty team. But if we won the Super Bowl the way we did today, I ain't going to be complaining because we still won. So, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, a win is a win. If we lost, we going to be pointing fingers to everybody. Again, shout out to my guy, Anthony Morales, for another $1.99 donation. He says, but this game did show we really need a wide receiver one. No cap. We do need a wide receiver one. We definitely do, and I feel like that's where our offense really hurts. I mean, Henry Ruggs was our number one. I remember a lot of people during the offseason was saying, you know, who's gonna step up and take that role, that Nelson Aguilar role? Was it gonna be Henry Ruggs or was it gonna be Brian Edwards? I was leaning toward Henry Ruggs, and for the most part, he was being that guy. Henry Ruggs showed up in a huge way, and he opened up our offense to like a whole new dimension or some shit like that. Brian Edwards, you can see he has all the time right now to be that guy to step up, and he still hasn't been that guy. At best, he's a wide receiver 3. He reminds me so much of like a poor man's Andre Holmes. That's what he reminds me of. A poor man's Andre Holmes, because Andre Holmes was a baller when he was with us. So yeah, shout out to JT Douglas for the $5 donation. Let's go.
My neck and my back.
Let's get it. He says, what the fuck was Carr trying to lose? Well, he says, what the fuck was Carr trying to lose? Going deep on first down with 3 minutes left and 2 timeouts, throws a pick. What if they scored? Stupid. Hey, JT, I agree with you. I agree with most of y'all, but that's exactly what I said. I don't understand that play calling, and I know for a fact a lot of people are gonna say, oh, it's the play calling. It's the shitty-ass play calling. But they will never point the finger at Derek Carr because he's the guy that threw the ball. He's the guy that seen the double coverage. He could have dumped it off like he usually does, but he threw it down deep with all the time that we had on the clock. But like I said, luckily enough, our defense came through when we needed them to the most. So I don't want to hear no defense slander today because we still won the game. So yeah. Sam Tonka says that Andre Holmes made the key catches needed to win. Bro, Sam, I remember them days. I remember when Andre Holmes used to come through, man. That dude was a big body receiver, and he was like, I think he was like Derek Carr's first deep threat that he's ever had. I mean, he wasn't like a number one guy, but that dude was it, man. Andre Holmes was that guy, and I loved when he played for the Raiders, man. Let's see what we got else over here. Shout out to my guy John D, man. John D for the $10 donation, man. I appreciate it, my guy.
Oh, my neck and my
Let's go.
back.
John D always supporting, man. I appreciate it, man. He didn't write nothing on here, man. I always appreciate your support, though. If you have anything to say, let me know down in the chat, and I'll try to answer it as best as possible. Shout out to Rick Grimes again for the $2 donation.
Oh, my neck and my back.
He says, I was wrong about the outcome, but was I really wrong? Wait, were you the one that said we would? Wait, I forgot what your outcome was for this game. We won, so if that's what you said, then I guess so. Monkey D Raider says defense did come through, but so did the offense when it mattered the most. They did. I'm not saying they didn't. I didn't say that they didn't. I'm just saying that they made mistakes, though. That interception was a mistake, but Derek Carr came through, and Daniel Carlson made the most of that contract money and ended up winning us that game. So, like I said, I ain't gonna complain too much about this game too much because we won. But I would say that the offense needs to play better. There's nothing wrong with saying that, right? So that's as far as I can say because I know the defense came through today. Alfred Franco says, Simone Raider, you should be on ESPN, my boy, or have your own show on ESPN for reals, man. I feel like they would cancel my shit. Like, to be honest with you, I feel like they would cancel my shit because of it. Hey, like, yo, you be too emotional, bro. Let's see. Derek Carr suffers from trusting his boys. The problem is his boys are subpar players. Raw sports, they are subpar players. But if you're a really good quarterback, you could make the most out of them. Shit. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna talk too much about Derek Carr because it's not all about Derek Carr at the end of the day. It's about the Raiders. We won the game as a team, and the whole team deserves that congratulations. Shout out to John D. He says, love the win, but can we just win a game straight out? My heart can't take it. DC still sucks, but I still love my Raiders. Let's keep rolling. Much love for you, Simone Raider. Hey, John D. keeping it real, man. He keeping it real. Hey. I don't know if we can win games like without a heart attack. You know, it's tough. It's a part of the Raiders. It's a part of being a Raider fan and part of being a part of the nation is we just can't relax and enjoy games. It's only like a couple of games that we can do that, but the Raiders just never know how to win those type of games, man. It's just tough. It really is tough. But I appreciate the support for sure. He said he don't like DC. Hey, to each his own. Shout out to my guy Anthony Morales for the $5 donation. He says,
my neck and my back.
People blame Carr for no playoffs in his 8 years. Why not the organization for not building around better and getting better free agents? You're right. That for the most part, you're right. They have this Raiders organization has been so dysfunctional. That's why I've talked about it so much about how I feel like Derek Carr should move on from the Raiders. The Raiders should move on from Derek Carr because Derek Carr is a quarterback that needs all the right weapons around him to succeed and move on. And I feel like the Raiders just hasn't done that. You know, they haven't put the right players in place for Derek Carr to go out and succeed. Derek Carr, you know, he can only do so much. He's not an elite quarterback like that. But you're right. This organization has failed him, and I feel like another rebuild is going to be crazy. But I feel like if we make all the right moves, it does come down to making the right moves and starting at the top with Mark Davis. If he could go into this offseason and find the right head coach, the right coaches to coach up the players, I feel like we'll be in good hands. But it just depends on who we hire. And I feel like bringing in John Gruden, even though it was nostalgic and even though we loved it, I don't think it was the right move for us. It definitely wasn't. But that's just me. Rick Grimes, thank you for the $2 donation.
My neck and my
He says,
back.
practice squad quarterback just outplayed a $20 million quarterback. Yikes. Ooh, Look at my boy calling shots. I ain't gonna lie. Nick Mullins did a okay job today. He did an okay job. Almost won the game, but he didn't do enough. He didn't do enough. But there's a reason why he's a third string quarterback, because they had a lot of chances that they could have maybe tried to do something throughout the whole game, but they didn't. Derek Carr is still much better than Nick Mullins. I don't know if you could blame one or the other for not having enough weapons out there, because the Browns didn't really have weapons out there other than Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is their number one guy. That's all they really had. Donovan Peoples-Jones is a solid receiver over there, but I feel like he's just another Bryan Edwards on their squad. So it goes hand in hand, and you're right. Like, I mean, they almost played hand in hand, but I still would say that Derek Carr is a better quarterback. We just need better coaching. Sir Chi 87, thank you for the $2 donation.
My neck and my back.
He says, I'll take the win, but man, please use Mariota. Bruh, I'm saying the same thing, man. Use Mariota a little bit more. I know that they had him on a couple of drives here and there, but I would love to see Mariota throw the ball, sling the rock one time. I would love to see Derek Carr literally go out there and run the actual route, even if it's a 2-yard slant. Do something out there, and Derek Carr and Marcus Mariota just throw that bitch to him and get a completion. Just one completion. That would be huge. I think that would be hella huge. I would love to see that. Shout out to Robert Cisnero. He says,
My neck and my back.
Carr and Zay stressed me out, but came through. Hey, they did. They definitely did. Fucking Derek Carr be stressing me out. Zay Jones be stressing me out. Bryan Edwards be stressing me out. Foster Moreau be stressing me out. And sometimes even Josh Jacobs be stressing me out. But like you said, man, they came through at the end of the day, and we won today. And that's all we can ever ask for, is just to take that W. Anthony Morales. he says, tell bruh, stop it. Chubb carried that offense today. Well, yeah, he did. Chubb started carrying that offense in the second half. For the first half, ain't nobody on the Browns team was doing anything out there. But in the second half, I think when Chubb started breaking out for big runs, it kind of opened things up for Nick Mullins, and he was starting to drive down the field. So, yeah, hey. Let's go. Sequoia says, why DC out there on wide receiver? I feel like I don't know why they put him out there, to be honest with you. Maybe it's to confuse the defense. But then again, if I was the DB, I wouldn't even expect DC to run the play. Maybe try to block me at most. But I feel like it would catch him off guard if DC actually ran a route out there. It would be funny. Jacob Martinez says, Jacob said, good. Not gonna start Mariota if you still have a playoff hope. If you still have playoff hopes. Hey, I said that in my last. I actually said that in my last video. Was on the video I said, should we start Marcus Mariota? And I want Marcus to play a game this year. But if we still have a chance to make it into the playoffs, I don't think we should start him. I feel like we might ride it out with Derek Carr until that time comes where we still have no chance to make it into the playoffs. Then I would start Marcus Mariota, finish off the season like that. Like if we lost today, I would have just had Marcus Mariota play the rest of the season. But maybe the Raiders are trying to get Derek Carr's trade value up. Who knows? Okay, I was just joking. I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, yo, we're not gonna trade Derek Carr. What are you talking about, man? Johnny209 says, didn't see the game. I was at work, bummed out, watching the score highlights. Oh man, that sucks, man. It does suck because they moved this game. They actually moved this game from Saturday to Monday, and I know a lot of people were off on Saturday and would have watched the game. Now they're at work having to see the score, and hey, we took that W. That's all we can ask for. Like I keep reiterating that throughout this whole video. 16-14. It was a tough one. It was a close one, closer than it should have been. That's what I would say. It was closer than it should have been. But yeah, hey, if you guys had to give an MVP to the game, who would you guys give the MVP to? Let me know down in the comments below. But I'll read a couple of these comments. Alex Lara says DC ran a route in Dallas. I don't think he really did. I think he just kind of ran up to Trayvon Diggs, and that was about it. Raw Sports says we do need to use packages with Mariota and Carr a lot more often. Both quarterbacks can run a route, and hell, Mariota might end up being our best D. Yo, Raw, hey, you got something going right now because the the way it's looking out there, if Mariota don't get injured, I call him up. I say, hey, Oos, hey, let my boy Bisaccia know, like, you could run some routes out there, run a little deep route out there since Deshaun Jackson not doing his shit out there. You know what I mean? That shit would be funny though. Face on Littleton needs to be addressed. Littleton ain't gonna go anywhere next year, for sure. I don't think he's that same linebacker he was when he was with the Rams, whether it's scheme or not. I feel like Divine Diablo is a much better linebacker, and when Denzel Perriman does come back, I would want Divine to take over that spot, but who knows? We don't know what's gonna go on with that. He gave up a touchdown, or almost gave up a touchdown to David Njoku, but luckily enough for us, he hit the back of the end zone. He was out of bounds, so it didn't count. A lot of people saying Carlson. A lot of people saying Carlson. DC for MVP. What the fuck? Merrick is good. Merrick. I don't know, man. I don't know if people have been testing him a lot or not, but Merrick has been okay for the most part, I guess. Colton Miller, no doubt. Number 29 on defense is trash, bro. I know damn well you ain't watched the game if you're saying the defense was trash today, bro. Look out of here, bro. The defense is the reason why we stayed in this game. If not, we would have lost this game for sure, especially when Derek Carr threw that interception. Casey Hayward got snubbed for the Pro Bowl. What do you mean? The Pro Bowl? Did they announce the Pro Bowls yet? I don't know if they did. Carlson scores more than Carr. Carr 23 come from behind. Zay Jones MVP. Carlson. Okay, I'm gonna put it up to the nation right now, y'all. We're gonna put up a poll who the MVP of the game is, and I feel like the kicker should be the guy, but I know there's still a lot of Derek Carr fans out there that would still give it to Derek Carr. So it's gonna be between. We'll put it like this: we got Carlson or Carr. Maybe we'll add a other if y'all don't want to. Oh, or the defense. That's a good one. Or the defense. Yeah, there we go. We'll go with that. All right. So I'm gonna ask you guys. I'm gonna put the poll down in the comment section below. Who the MVP of the game is? You could vote for Daniel Carlson, Derek Carr, or the defense as a whole. Who was the MVP to today's victory? Let me know down in the comments below, in the chat below. Again, if you guys are watching this video, we have 250 people up in this live stream, man. Let's get that like. Let's hit those like buttons, man. We got 200 people up in here. I want to see 200 likes, man. Help your boy out. Let's go. So let's go over. Broncos, Colts, Chargers are next. If they play like they did today, forget about it. Dodger Perez hitting it with the cold, hard facts. We got to be better, man. Definitely as a whole. The way we played today definitely wasn't enough to take us to the playoffs. I mean, unless for some reason, you know what? My guy, John D. I'm going to put my boy as a moderator. He says, hit that like button, come up, help some more Raider out. Let's go. Yeah, my guy, John D, coming through in the clutch. But yeah, we definitely got to play better for these next 3 weeks. It's going to be a tough road ahead of us. We're going back home to play the Broncos, and it hasn't really looked good at home. Like, we haven't played good at home in Vegas. We've lost the last couple of games in Vegas, I believe so. So I'm just hoping that this team can find a way to win at home. Because we're definitely going to need that. For sure. Strange Man 12 says, what about the O-line? Played pretty decent today. They did. Derek Carr got sacked only twice today. It just sucks that he can't extend plays like other quarterbacks can. But he only got sacked twice today. They held Derek Carr up for the most part. Myles Garrett didn't even get a sack today, I believe so. So that was a big test. So shout out to those guys. But we were getting a lot of penalties for the most part. Those penalties were killing us. Let me see. How many penalties do we have today? We had 7 penalties for 64 yards. They only had 3 penalties for 61 yards. Well, it was basically close in yardage, but we got a lot of penalties, and most of that was on the offensive line. Oh shit, we got the fucking bots coming in now. Hey, that means I'm a legit or what? Jesse says, how we feeling about Deshaun Watson? I ain't feeling that at all, my guy. Ain't no way I want Deshaun Watson over here. I don't care. Deshaun Watson can go somewhere else. I'd rather go draft a quarterback. I'd rather go draft a quarterback or go get Russell Wilson or Aaron Rodgers for the most part. But Deshaun Watson, nah, I'm straight. Okay, so how many votes we got? Oh shit. Shout out to Niv99. I'm so sorry if I'm reading your chat. I'm reading your super chat a little bit late, but shout out to Niv for the $1.99 donation. I appreciate it. It says Bakersfield, California. Glad we won. Love your content, bro. Hey, I appreciate it, man. And shout out to the rest of the Raider Nation. Again, everybody that's here watching and those that are probably going to be watching post-stream. I will be in Vegas again the 9th, the 8th and the 9th for the Chargers weekend. We're going to be throwing together a blackout party. Me and my boy Raider Cody, we're going to be out there at Tropicana and whatnot, and I'm going to be at the game against the Chargers. Hopefully that game is going to be the game that possibly could get us into the playoffs. But I know we got to take each week one game at a time and take this W the best way we can. We got to be better, definitely, moving forward if we want any chance of doing that. But again, thank you, Niv, for the $1.99 donation. So right now, everybody's saying Carlson. So, bruh. So 57% say Carlson, 35% say the defense, and coming in last is Derek Carr with 8%. So I mean, hey, the Raider Nation agrees with me as well, man. The defense and Carlson came through today. Derek Carr did make some big plays as well. So I'm gonna give Derek Carr. I could give Derek Carr his kudos as well, man. Jesse says there's 0 quarterbacks in the draft. Wilson would be the best besides Watson. There is some quarterbacks in the draft. You never know, man. Sam Tonka says Aguilar didn't like being underthrown or overthrown from Carr, especially when he got his man beat. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I don't know if that's actually true because Aguilar had his best season of his entire career with Derek Carr. No matter whether he overthrew or underthrew him, he had a better career here than he ever will with Mac Jones. That's for sure. That's for sure. Raiders 83. Raiders number 83. Is that Darren Waller? He says, y'all got to be positive. A win is a win. We back in the playoff hunt. Hey, I'm excited for this win. I'm definitely excited for this win. Alex Lar, exactly. Alex said it perfectly, man. Said Aguilar got paid. That's why he left. Definitely. The Raiders and Aguilar was trying to get a deal done, and they were trying to figure out the numbers. But the Patriots came in, swooped in, gave him the bag, and shit, I would have left if I was Nelson Aguilar too. Who knows if I was gonna get that same type of money anywhere else, any time of my career. I mean, I would have took the bag and left as well. Greg says, what do you think about D-Jack's play today? Shitty. It wasn't good. He only had 1 reception for 11 yards. Not good enough to be that guy. I wouldn't mind us cutting him after this season because he really wasn't a factor. And we got to go into the draft and draft another guy out there. Well, there was one guy I think I was watching, Jameson Williams or something like that from Alabama. I would love to draft him to the Raiders, man. Imagine that. Replace Alabama receiver with an Alabama receiver. Who knows? Maybe we keep Derek Carr. We go get Devontae Adams. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, shout out to my guy Anthony Morales again for another $1.99 donation, man. DC is my boy, but MVP is Carlson. Had the pressure. Oh, yep. Hey, Anthony, you definitely right. So shout out to the Raider Nation. We had 123 votes up in here, and 58% of you guys went with Daniel Carlson as the MVP of the game. So again, Raider Nation, I'm about to head out of here pretty soon right now. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now. I see Richard up in here. I see Kay, Riots, Rick. I see EJ, Dodger. I see Ulysses. Sheesh. EJ says can't give Card two chances. Can't give Card two chances to win the game. I don't know what you mean. Can't give Card two chances to win the game. Dodger Perez says Jalen Hurts. What do you mean, to go get Jalen Hurts? Shit, I actually like Jalen Hurts. Don't play with me. If we were to go get my boy, that'd be nice. Yo, shout out to my guy Raider Ron coming through with the $50 donation, bruh. Let's go, my neck and my back. He says it's just win, baby. The defense was the MVP. If Waller was in, the dogs wouldn't have blanketed Renfro so well. Hey, you said it perfectly well, my guy. It's just win at the end of the day, by any means. Defense came through. They would be my MVP. And yeah, you're definitely right. We have no other weapons out there. Waller would have been that guy that would have blanketed. But Hunter Renfro was double teamed out there. They didn't want him to pop off. So that's why I got to give some kind of credit to Derek Carr, and Zay Jones, Edwards. Derek Carr found a lot of different receivers out there. Those are how many? Let me look at it. How many different receivers did he get target today? He targeted 3, 6, 8 different receivers today. 8 different receivers today. So I give him his credit. I give him his credit. But again, shout out Raider Ron for the $49.99 donation, man. I appreciate that a lot, man. I really do. Nico says, "What happened to Trufant?" I don't know. I don't think they're playing. I honestly don't think they're just not playing him right now. Okay. Chris said, "I can't wait for a new quarterback." Bro, chill. You know, these Derek Carr fans, they gonna get on you, man. They gonna get on you. But again, Raider Nation, with that being said, I'm about to head out of here, man. I thank each and every one of you guys for coming on this live and joining me for this post-game live show. It was a lit game. Well, it wasn't a lit game. I lied to you guys. It was a stressful game for the most part, but we won. We just won, and we are 7-7, still in the playoff race, 1 game behind, and we got a chance, y'all. We still got a chance. We just got to handle business. Got to handle our own business, man. Looney Rooney says, "This is why I love the show. You raw with emotion." Thank you. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I can only tell y'all how I feel, man. Mendo Anthony says, "Stop calling us Derek Carr fans." I'm not calling you a Derek Carr. I'm talking to those that will ride and die with him no matter what. I'm a Derek Carr fan. I'm just not going to ride and die with him like that. You know what I mean? But that's besides the point. Okay, with that being said, Rick says, if Derek Carr does not pull this off, Carr fans would have been pissed. True. Johnny 209 says the Raider fans should pick the draft picks. That shit would be chaotic. Honestly, it would be chaotic. I feel like there would be people out there choosing quarterbacks for no reason or some shit like that if we still have quarterbacks or whatnot. But with that being said, Raider Nation, again, like I'll see you guys on the next video. I'll probably drop a video tomorrow. But I thank you guys for coming on. It was a great win today. I mean, not a great. Why do I keep saying that? It was a good win today. I'm just happy we took that W, and we are 7-7. We got a chance, man. We still got a chance as Raider fans. I know when our hopes are really high, that's when they get us, man. But let's see if they can prove us wrong. With that being said, Raider Nation, this is your boy Simone Raider, and your boy is